16, but I still loved cardboard boxes. It was
Who doesn't?
Big cardboard box, and it was like around Halloween time. I'm like, I gotta make a costume. And I made because I think throughout my childhood, I was ninja every single year. So this was the first time that I didn't do ninja. And it was a big refrigerated box, and so I made a SpongeBob SquarePants costume. It was awesome. Like, I just cut holes in the side, shoved my arms out, covered it in felt, had like a big nose that I made out of cardboard, and then just stuck it on, and then like some paper that I printed out and cut into the shapes. And then with my mom helped because she's really into arts and crafts. And then I just went around school in this like really awkward box, and it was so much fun. And my favorite moment was in PE, and I never wanted to take it off. And we were playing soccer, and so I was in goal, and I was just like walking and like getting pelted by the ball, and it was just so much fun. The costume didn't survive PE, but I mean, great memories.
Great memories.
Great.
Yeah.
Did you ever dress up for holidays? You must.
Yeah, of course. What kid didn't? I mean, you know, I went as whatever kids go as. I think my favorite costume I ever did, though, was probably in college. I went as the Big Lebowski. That was a good costume. Like, and I looked all over town for like jellies, you know, like he wears jellies, and like it was pretty impossible to find a size 10.5 jelly. But I found some actually at a Goodwill, and I drank White Russians all night. That was a good costume. And my buddies went as the Jesus and Walter Solcheck. So if you haven't seen the Big Lebowski,
and you were like 13, 14 when this happened?
About.
Like how old were you?
This is college.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a college.
I was like 17. No, 18.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 19.
Big Lebowski.
I was a child genius. I was 14.
Drinking White Russians when you were 14.
I was like, wait, how old was I when I was in college? Yeah, I think I was 19.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Virgin White Russians.
Did you dress up this year for Halloween?
I did not. I know, I'm kind of like a bum that I didn't. We went to Woodstock last weekend. We just like got out of the city and went up. Yeah, we like rented a cabin in the woods, and it was cool. And just kind of like got out of town.
You have cabins for Woodstock? I thought it was tents.
What?
Wait.
Like a house, like a cabin in the woods.
Oh, not the
It wasn't
concept.
like at Woodstock. There's a town called Woodstock.
I only know two Woodstock references. It's a bird and it's a concert.
So there's a town. The town is where the concert happened.
Oh, does it happen still? Or is that like
No.
decades past?
They tried to do like a Woodstock back in, was it the 90s? Yeah, and it didn't really go over so well. But
I'm really behind the times.
it's okay.
Really? I thought they still had
We
that.
forgive you.
Well, show you what I know about music.
My question is for Osric.
Sorry, guys. Let me take this one.
I'll be over here if you need me.
Do you think that Kevin's spirit is in like heaven or hell, or he's just like kind of wandering around?
He's definitely not in heaven or hell because last time he tried to go, he was stuck, and so he was just hanging out with his mom. So I don't think so. Where's Henry's spirit? Is he doing anything?
Where's Henry's what?
Where's Henry's spirit?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
No ideas?
We haven't gotten that far.
Okay. Okay, he doesn't want to say it. Last time we made predictions on ourselves, it came true, and I was telling them that I made a prediction of my death, and then it happened like the next week. I found out, I'm like, oh, shouldn't do that. Good call on that.
I don't want to give him any ideas.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, how many times did you die though?
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
One was, it was like a half death.
So one you thought was the end, but then it wasn't.
Well, I thought I was going to die like 5 times, to be fair. They kept putting me on the chopping block, and then they're like, oh, we're not going to kill you again. And by the time that they did kill me, I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. And then they're like, I know, right? False sense of security. Yeah, I think Kevin's still hanging out with his mom. Okay, this is a good idea I'm going to throw out there. If Kevin's still hanging out with his mom, he's probably bored by now because, you know, he doesn't like standing still. He likes to study. And before that last episode, he was really trying hard to break through the veil, and it was taking him a lot of effort. Maybe by now he's just really good at coming through the veil, so he's almost alive, but he just doesn't have a body. Now I'm going to wait for that phone call next week.
I don't know, maybe Henry's hanging out with John?
Yeah.
That'd be a good storyline. Or at least searching for him still.
Come on, why'd you have to...
Oh, sorry, guys. My bad. Idiot. Hey!
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Emily.
Do you have any inside jokes with other members of the cast?
We probably have too many by now. I mean, if we share them, they wouldn't be inside anymore. They'd be outside jokes.
I can't share any of my inside jokes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, every one of us with each other, we all have our own inside jokes. I mean, like guys like Rob and Rich, you know, they have so many. And honestly, sometimes when we're hanging out, most of the time it's them explaining their inside jokes. And we just, I mean, yesterday we were just talking about all these references that Richard had because he's from Tennessee and they have all these sayings. And I just realized that I have like no sayings. Like, what was he saying? There, you make a silk purse out of that sow's ear.
A silk purse out of a sow's ear?
And I got stuck on a sow. I'm like, what's wrong with the sow's ear? Like, I used to eat sow's ears, and they're great.
I'd never heard that. I'm from Texas. I'd never heard that. He was surprised.
Do you have any sayings? Like, I have no sayings that I say or that I grew up listening to.
Just like sayings that you use all the time?
The only saying that my parents ever, because they're all in Chinese, I guess, the only one that they ever told me was, men don't cry. That's the only saying. I'm serious, you know. But
it's important. That's a good one.
I grew up in a very traditional household, and my parents have become more progressive since. But you know, I mean, this is dark, but like I love my parents. I still do, and even during this time, like there used to be a joke where I'd be the kid that got thrown in a burlap sack and beaten. It was only half true. I mean, it's fine because I was that kid that like I kind of deserved it. And there was this one time when we had child services come over and they brought like the dolls and like, where are your parents like touching you and hitting you? And I remember me and my brothers were like, what do you just interrupt our beating? What are you doing? Get out of here. I still remember that. I'm like, oh man, that's really funny.
How's that for an inside joke?
But so like that men don't cry saying was the only one that stuck, and it really bit me in the ass because like when you're acting, you know, it's an exercise in vulnerability, and like when I needed to do scenes that I like needed to cry at, like I was so bad at it because I just never cried. There's like a portion, like I spent probably like 10 years, like a period where I never cried, even when I wanted to, because I was so like practiced at it. And then when I started taking acting seriously, I had to open that up and I'd start watching movies like Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, okay, let it happen. And like the last 30 minutes, I'm just like bawling, it's over. I mean, you probably did that too, Lord of the Rings.
What? No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Sad.
Cry to Lord of the Rings?
I try to cry at Inside Out. I knew I'm like, I can see that when his imaginary friend, like, I knew it was gonna happen. I'm like, he's totally gonna jump off, and it's still like, oh my god, it still sucks.
They're right there with you.
All right, well, it's a good movie.
I cried like Forrest Gump. Like that's more my.
I haven't seen Forrest Gump yet.
Shut up.
I know. I'll get it. I'll get on it. I haven't seen a lot of movies. I didn't start watching movies until after high school.
Well, here's the thing. Life is like a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates.
It's really good.
That's a terrible impersonation right now.
Oh, I've never seen the movie, but to me it sounds like
Man,
something.
Jenny was like peas and carrots. That's right.
So, to answer your question, the newest inside joke we have now is a song called Sweet Caroline. It's gonna annoy the shit out of me for a long while.
I'm glad I wasn't here to witness that, actually, because it probably would have ruined the song for me.
You'll have your chance.
Wow.
Man. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey.
Hi, my name is Melissa. My question's for Osric.
Hi,
What's
Melissa.
the most expensive cosplay you've done?
Oh.
Oh, God. Cosplays are really
Don't ever do that
expensive.
again. For one time, dude. I'm kidding.
The most expensive one I've done has not been completed.